Fragrance community, how are you guys? Rise Frakes 34. Thank you so much for joining me. This is a tag video. Darian, thank you so much, man, for tagging me. Bowtie Fragrance guy, I'll leave his channel below. You have just grown immense. I mean, it's just you've done just a great job with your channel and getting a lot of subs. You're doing awesome over there. I love your taste in fragrance and just a class act. So keep up the great work over there. And thank you so much for the tag. It truly means a lot coming from you. So, but guys, this is the 12 months. So you kind of pick a fragrance for January, February, March, April. Pretty cool list. I'm very excited to do this one. These are for designer, and then the niche will be my next video with this tag. So, but guys, thank you so much for joining me. Always supporting my channel. It just truly means a lot. But let's get on with this one. Like I said, this is the designer list. These are, again, I could have chose so many. When you have kind of a large collection, it's just very hard to choose the fragrances that would work. But this is my list, and I hope you guys enjoy. But January, a little bit cool here. It's weird because sometimes it plays tricks with us in Maryland here. It's I've played in 60-degree weather in January, played golf years ago. So it's just, or you can have 10 inches of snow and it can be 20 degrees. So it's just, January's kind of tricky, but normally it's on the cooler side. So I'm gonna go with Dolce & Gabbana, the One EDP. Guys, as you know, this one has just got that beautiful sweet tobacco in there. It's got that ginger note, so it's a little bit spicy, and then it's just got that nice sweetness. It's playful, great for a clubbing scent, of course, but it just still has that, I don't really do clubs, but it just still has that nice warm feel to it. It's classy. You get a lot of compliments with it. I did get rid of my old original bottle, and then I ended up I wanted to save up some money for some other bottles, but then I reached out. I heard so many good things with the EDP version of it, and it's still very available, and it's not that pricey. I got the massive bottle of it, but just love this one, guys. So this one's my January scent. Now, February, very cold here. Again, may do a little bit, you might get a couple warm days in there, but on a normal February in Maryland, it is gonna be cold. And I wanted to go with one of my all-time favorite designer fragrances ever. It's warm, you got that cocoa in there, you got still the iris, that crazy lipstick vibe, which some people may not like, but and maybe it was one of my first, this is actually the first fragrance I got into right after Aqua de Joe, and that was my 13-year signature scent. So this was like the first fragrance that I branched off in, besides the old stuff like the polos and stuff like that my father and my uncles wore and things like that. But this was me saying, you know what, I'm gonna try and explore some other fragrances, and it was cold, and I got my hands on this sucker, Dior Homme Intense, the original 2010. I just spare this bottle so much. I've worn it several times, but doesn't really look like I put a dent in it. But guys, just love this stuff. Obviously, like I said, that cocoa, dry down with it. It's smooth. It's just an awesome scent. And I still love the original Dior Homme Intense. The parfum version is excellent too, but something special about this one. I just really love it. So that's my February. March is kind of strange, and again, fall fragrances can kind of work with spring fragrances as well. I know it's two different things are happening. Leaves are falling in the fall, and trees are getting bare. You don't have that green anymore. And then the springtime, everything's kind of doing its thing and getting flowers, things like that. But the temperatures in these areas are pretty the same, pretty much the same. So, but guys, I'm gonna go with this. I love the original. I do have a original bottle of this fragrance, and I love it. But the parfum version is just something special about it. This one's Dior Homme, or Dior Fahrenheit. Again, you still have that really nice leather note. It's got some violet vanilla in here. It's just, guys, this is gorgeous. It still reminds me of the original, but it kind of lays off. It's a little bit maybe smoother and not so much of that petroleum note in the beginning. Still has it a little bit, but this one just kind of tamed it down a little bit, and it's unbelievable. So if you guys can get your hands on a parfum version of this, get it. I don't know what the deal is. I don't know if you can only get it in so many places now, or if it's, I know it's not discontinued, I don't think, but it's just tough to get. But I love this one. So that's my March scent. Again, this one could be a great fall scent as well for me, but I just love it. When you think Allure Homme Sport, you think kind of summery, you think a little bit warmer weather. That's why I went with this one, but I love the Eau Extreme. It's got that tonka bean in there, just a really Really great scent. I love this one. You're gonna get compliments with it. People are gonna love it around you. So this is my April scent, guys. Like I said, it's got this this greenness to it, and again, you just got that really nice orange in there, and the tonka bean. But guys, this is my favorite Allure Homme Sport version. You know, I guess flanker is the O Extreme, and I do have the EDT version of it. It's probably half gone by now, but I don't know. They don't really make this in EDT anymore. They say there's differences between EDT and EDP versions. So just like with the whole Chanel thing, you know, when you have the exclusive bottles, there's a difference between the EDT version and EDP. They've done a lot of changes, so be careful. I'm sure the newer version is just fine, but this one, guys, if you can get your hands on the Eau de Toilette version, it's just awesome. So, but that's my April. May, you guys are probably going to give me a hard time about this one. This is something, again, where when I first got into fragrances, there was a lot of good things said about it. And it's just something special for me because I love grassiness. I love that green note. Football was a huge part of my life when I was growing up and all that. And I remember stretching, you know, on the cold, wet grass and all that. And you just have that with this. And I think about that with springtime, you know, when the grass is getting a little bit green, or yeah, it's actually getting green. It's coming up a little bit. Flowers are kind of going and doing your thing. But guys, this one is 212. So this is my May. Like I said, it's just kind of got that little bit of wetness to it. You got some grapefruit in there as well. But it's just, like I said, very green. And again, this one is an original, so it's 212. And then men, I think the newer bottles or the new boxes have like New York on them or whatever. There is a difference. Again, even Alan over at Beverly Hills Perfumery, he knows a lot of the designers, the older stuff and the newer, but I have a backup bottle of this as well. I love this scent, but try and get your hands on the original because it does have a little bit more depth, lasts a little bit longer, and it's just a great scent. And again, not too much talk anymore about it. It really never was, you know, that outstanding, like it's nothing like, you know, a Dior or a Chanel or something crazy designer that's really popular, like a Sauvage or anything, but it's just 212. Not many people talk about it, and I just really like it. So, but guys, coming up, another older bottle. I know the newer ones, they kind of did some stuff to them. They probably don't last as long, but this stuff, guys, is just awesome. I got a smaller bottle here, but this one is Homme. This one's my June scent. I went with this one. It's starting to get warmer in June. Like I said, you just have these really great spicy citruses, and guys, compliments galore with this sucker. I love this one. I had another bottle like this and I already went through it, so this one, beautiful. And this bottle, I believe, is from 2009 or 10 or something like that. It's an older bottle, which is great, but like I said, June, starting to get a little bit warmer. It can be 85 and nasty humid, or it can be a beautiful 55-degree day like today, June 1st, and it's just gorgeous out here. It's about 60-65 degrees and it's beautiful. So, but this one just works excellent for the warmer months, and I picked it for my June scent. So now this one, July, just such a cheapie. I never thought I would go with this because, again, you have all those blue great aquatic scents. Aqua de Jo, I love the original, and I just wanted something different. You know, for like my summer months, you know, I could have went with, you know, Eau Fraiche by Versace. You know, there's so many great summer ones, but this July time, you think of 4th of July, you think of going to the beach, you think of out on a boat in the water, all that, and this just totally reminds me of it. Drinks with the beautiful sun hitting you. It is awesome, guys. I love this scent. You can still get it for pretty cheap, but this one, St. Barts, guys, I love this one. Awesome scent. Like I said, it's got this crazy tequila note in there. You know, it's got that lime saltiness to it. You know, every time you think of the lime and salty, and you know, kind of like the Creed Virgin Island water, that's probably gonna make my niche list for summertime, because it's just that it's a vacation in a bottle, and this one gives you that too. So I love it. So this one I was about halfway through my older bottle, and I gave it to my brother. He was actually visiting here, and I just wanted to give him he loved it, so I gave it to him. So then I got myself a nice fresh bottle. But love this stuff, guys. That's my July. August, as you guys know, Maryland, August, now you're in the heat. Now it's 90 degrees, it's humid, it's crazy. So just something bright. This one, so many compliments. It's harder to get now, of course, so I hate that part about it, but it makes it more special too, because if you do have a bottle, it's nice. It's great stuff. I've never even smelled the new stuff, but guys, Invictus Aqua. Guys, you just get those beautiful watery notes in here. It is just, it's summer through and through. You got that really nice ouzo note in here, and it's just great. And I'm telling you, this probably is in the top 3 most complimented fragrances I've ever had. So it's just, girls love this. Everyone around you is it's just a great fragrance. So if you can get your hands on the 2016 version, it's for a good price, it's well worth it. I wouldn't pay $300 for a bottle like this, but it's worth it if you can get it for a decent price. So now this is a tricky month too, September. Again, it can kind of get a little cooler, or it can be really hot. You know, sometimes in mid-September it can be in the 90s and humid. Sometimes it'll be in the 70s and absolutely gorgeous. But this one still works because it's the Eau Fraiche model version of it. But Terre de Hermes Eau Fraiche, I love this. I put a little bit of a dent. Again, you guys, if you're using 3-4 sprays, you can take a bottle like this, use it for 2 weeks straight, and this is pretty much what it's gonna dent. You know, it's gonna do a dent in there. But usually I go at about like 4 to 5 sprays with this sucker. But guys, this one is just gorgeous. You still get that kind of dirty orange in there a little bit, but it's something that's really, I don't know, it's just something that's, it's got some of the original version in there, but it just really freshens it up, and it's just beautiful. But I love this one, guys. This one's September. Beautiful, beautiful fragrance. And I don't even have the original anymore, which I should probably get. The original was just a little too, I mean, I love it, but too much vetiver, you know, just the Eau Fraiche version is perfect. So now this one, guys, masculine scent. This is, like I was telling you, one of those beautiful older Chanel fragrances that are just, it's something special. It's discontinued. You can still get the regular version. That's quite available. But, and you know, I think prices have come down on this version too. So eBay, it's not too crazy, couple $100, but well worth it. It performs like a monster. I love it. And some people might hate it. Some people love it, but it's always been a great one for me. Another fragrance when I first got into this, it was just beautiful. But guys, Cologne Concentree version of it, this one is just something beautiful about it. It's still got, you got the spicy woody vanilla in here, but there's just a little bit of that cinnamon that pops through. And it's throughout the whole fragrance. It is just, it's just something special, guys. I cherish this bottle too, but I put a pretty good dent in it when I got it actually new in a sealed box and everything, but just one that's really rare. I got the smaller version too bottle, but you know, the 1.7, I wish I could have gotten the 3.4. When I got this sucker though, it was very pricey. I made sure the eBay, you know, lister was legit. It was perfect. He had awesome feedback, and this stuff just, it is just smells so, it is just a class act in a bottle. I love this stuff. So guys, that's my October. Now November was really tough too. November is starting to kind of, you know, Thanksgiving time, it's getting cooler. You want something sweet. You want something, you know, like my November, you know, niche, I know exactly. It's apple brandy from, you know, Killian. I just love it. I love that you're starting to get around family, you know, for Thanksgiving. It's just beautiful. So this one, guys, I like it. I wanted to pick a Mugler scent, and Mugler, however you want to say it, a scent, and Pure Malt is just a love in the fragrance community. You can get it at a great price now. I remember when this stuff skyrocketed, $200-300 a bottle. I did not buy it then, which is great. I got it after all that craziness, and now you can get it for a really good price. But guys, Pure Malt, great fragrance. Like I said, dry fruits in there. It is just, it's just awesome. It's just a really good. Still has that patchouli DNA from the Mugler, from the Amen line, and it's just a great one. Pure Malt. This one is an older bottle, which is great. I don't know when it's from, and I still have quite a bit left. When you're constantly, you know, I've been doing this probably about 6-7 years, and when you're constantly sampling, getting new bottles, you know, and you're testing those out, it's sometimes, you know, you get a bottle, you wear it for a week and you love it, you do a review, or after a couple weeks you do your thing, you kind of put it on the shelf, and then you're getting a new fragrance or you're getting samples. So, you know, sometimes they do get neglected, but man, you sure appreciate them when you hear it. It's kind of like, again, I always want to refer fragrances to songs. If you ever notice how you play a song that you love and you play it over and over again and you just love it. Well, after a couple months, it's like, okay, enough is enough. Well, bring it out in a year and listen to it. It's like, damn, I remember how good this song was. Kind of like fragrances too, you know, just a great fragrance. So now guys, again, just December, you know, you could have picked so many fragrances would have worked for this month. It's just colder. It's Christmas time. It's December, but I wanted something. This one's a vintage bottle, of course, 2010. It is beautiful. It's got the hard, you know, cap with the, you know, look out for all the crazy fakes, but it is the actual, you know, the metal cap, and it's just all legit. This one, compliments galore with it. You know, that famous cardamom spice to it. But guys, unbelievable. As you know, La Nuit de l'Homme. It's just cardamom, lavender, woodsiness in here. And it's something special. The original version too, I've heard the newer version, you know, doesn't perform for nothing. This stuff, you know, 3 to 4 sprays on me lasts all day. This stuff is awesome. I love this stuff. So guys, hopefully I didn't ramble on too much. You know, I like to talk a little bit, so hopefully you carried through the whole video, but that's January through December. I can't thank you enough, Darian from Bow Tie Fragrance Guy. You're looking awesome. You dress, you know, just very, very classy, and I just love your channel. Doing really well, so keep it up. And guys, actually, I don't know who's been even tagged. I have been so busy at work, so I haven't really been watching too many videos and all that, but I want to do, oh geez, who could I, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna tag Mark from Robes 08. Hopefully he didn't get tagged yet, but I'd love to hear what he has to say. He's still one of my all-time reviewers, and he's just got that true, like, if he grabs a fragrance, he's gonna wear that sucker for 6 months. He's gonna go in there and do the 1.1 negative gigawatt. I mean, he's so like in depth with a review, which I still love to this day. And it's just he really awesome content. I've always loved him. He kind of got the fragrance community started and got it going. So thanks to you again, Mark, for everything you've done with the community and doing really great. And I've always I loved your collection from, you know, from day one. I was just like, damn, he's got some fragrances. And you know, there's always that inspiration in the community that you're like, man, I want to get some more fragrances. You know, every #1 on your top 10 list back in the day when top 10s were like, you didn't see them all the time. You know, now you got top 10 everything. You know, like I said, you got a top 10 Tuesday afternoon after dinner, what you're gonna wear. I mean, it's just crazy. But when a top 10 just for seasonal was really important and was great, you know, I always got that #1, #2 fragrance that was in your top 10. I just blind bought like crazy the first year. I was going nuts with it. So I just love the community again, and I love the fragrances. It's just awesome. But Mark, I'm tagging you. Hopefully you can do it. Rose 08, Darian, Bow Tie Fragrance. Thank you, guys. Thank you so much for the tag, and I'll talk to you guys soon. Rise Frakes 34.